You know, and so me growing up as a young Marine, I guess I drank the Kool-Aid a lot of times, and so I was I did. You know, so I would,
we're all guilty of drinking, having a shot or two of that. I don't care who you are.
But I would read, you know, per my rank, what books I should read is what they deem so, and I would read them, and never was it what I was actually experiencing at all. You know, talking about being coddled or, you know, not being treated like a man. In those books I was reading, people were being treated like men. They were showing initiative and they were being congratulated upon it. Apparently, I thought that I was supposed to be reading these books to learn how to be, like to emulate those characters in those books.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's just it's kind of like a catch-22. I feel like sometimes, you know.
I think we've tried so hard to be zero defect and create this empty shell of a persona, right? And it's guys that haven't been and really dealt with a lot of adversity outside of their fucking B-billet, right? Or knowing what the Marines are dealing with. You know, it's funny, you know, like I look at all of our recent boot camp pictures and all the pictures of when we, obviously you're a DI, you got to look like a fucking asshole. But you look to dudes in a float book or a boot camp picture from the 40s, that cat has his cover cocked and he's smiling. He stormed Iwo Jima and ran a fucking bayonet through a dude's face. That dude's a killer, and he did it with a smile.
I tell you what ruined me.
His hat at the jaunty tilt.
Look, I tell you what ruined me as the staff NCO, according to a lot of these fucking punk-ass staff NCOs, was being in no shit combat with young Marines and platoon sergeants that were no shit platoon sergeants, officers that were no shit officers. We went out, we hunted human beings, we killed them, okay? And we did, and we defended our positions. You know, we did what we were supposed to do. And then when I got back home, I ran into these staff NCOs that wasn't their priority. Their priority was motorcycle safety and saying, aye, sir, you know, and all this bullshit, which a lot of that, it's important. But after seeing what these amazing 18 and 19-year-olds are capable of and what they do, all the other bullshit, I didn't give a fuck about. Okay? And that fucked me up because I didn't really give a shit. Hey, you know, first unit I checked into as a first sergeant, they wanted me to go inspect the staff sergeant's car for a 96.
That was fucking gay.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I've seen staff sergeants do, motherfucker? You know what I've seen Lance Corporals do? And you want me to go inspect his vehicle? And then the kicker was, the CO says, well, I'm going to inspect your truck first, Sergeant. Yeah, that's going to happen. Not in this life or the next. Tell him, JC.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you, you take a Marine with the kinds of staff NCOs and all junior officers, because they'll listen to that staff NCO, is you waste their time Monday through Thursday. Friday, all of a sudden, something has to get signed or done from the company office. Now it's 17:30, and you want to know why Corporal Harden ran his motorcycle into a telephone pole on 17th South, going to Wilmington, heading down to UNCW to get him a little strange.
A little action.
Little action. Why was he going 80 miles an hour and ran into a telephone pole? Because you fucking wasted his time Monday through Thursday, and by the time you let him go Friday, they're like the old Evel Knievel motorcycle with the ripcord. Zing!
I was a gunnery sergeant when we got let off early one time. I'm not going to say who, but we got let off early. And a couple Marines, I guess, got in trouble. Got in a bar fight or something. And this other gunnery sergeant said, see, that's what happens when you let Marines off early.
Fuck that guy.
And I thought, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I want to get off early too, motherfucker. You know, we all do. If we're not training to kill people or killing people, let the boys go.
Here's another thing you can do on the weekend. You want to know something else you can do to lead your Marines? Leave them the fuck alone.
Absolutely.
Leave them the fuck alone.
What is that bullshit going to visit them in the barracks all the time?
Oh.
I don't think they like that.
There's a time for
the
that.
Marines don't want you. I don't want nobody in my house. I don't want, you think I live in my house off base or whatever? I want a motherfucker come pay me a visit, check on my shit.
Here's a level, and look, I think I can speak specifically to me and him, and Bo talked about it earlier, is going to war with these guys, right? Junior Marines can see you and they can hear you. but can they feel you? Now, I could drop in the barracks on a Saturday and like, cool, my platoon sergeant's here. The next week, we're deployed to Afghanistan, take that fucking bunker. And they're not going to fucking argue with me. They're not going to bat an eye. They're going to go take the bunker. As a matter of fact, they're already looking for the fucking second one because you learn to feel and understand your guys.
You could tell, Marines could tell when you like show up at the barracks, if you're there because you're generally concerned about them and you know, and you want to be there. Or if you're just made to be there, you know, because the CO said, you guys got to stop by the barracks and fucking check on your Marines. Fuck you. You know, fuck you. Them Marines are fucking fine. If they're not, then so fucking be it. They'll figure it out.